So I have an important announcement. I am dropping an overhand volleyball serving course that will teach you how to serve a volleyball overhand from the beginning all the way to the end. And if you already know how to overhand, this serving course will teach you how to better your serves, because we can always improve our serves. I improve my serves. I fix and tweak things all the time. So stay tuned for more information on how to get the course, and you can visit my website for more information as I upload it. So let's get on with the video. About 2 weeks ago, I decided to register for a grass volleyball tournament, and I have never ever played a grass volleyball tournament before. I mean, I've played like recreational grass outside, you know, it's a warm day, we're gonna pop a net up, okay, cool, that's grass, but I've never played in an actual like AVP America grass adult volleyball tournament. So for me, it was really exciting, but at the same time, it was nerve-wracking because it was a huge step out of my comfort zone. So I've known my partner for a long time. So I said, hey, what the heck? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and register. Let's get out there and do it. So we registered for AA. And let me tell you, AA, I consider AA being like an A-level indoor, and I know that I haven't talked about like how to qualify yourself as a specific level just yet, but we'll get into that. So we registered for AA, and the competition was fierce, but there was a couple of things that I already knew ahead of time that I knew I was gonna be a little bit concerned about. Number one, the temperament. So as an indoor player, I'm used to playing inside with air conditioning, no wind speed, no wind chill, any of that. So to be able to adapt to something like that was really hard, because this is my first time being able to have to factor in wind with a ball that is a lot different than an indoor ball. So having to factor in the wind, also having to factor in the sun, did change a lot of the things, because a lot of the time when you're receiving a ball, you're looking straight up. So when you look up in grass, you're looking up at the sun. So also having to wear headgear. So I had to wear sunglasses to make that way, take a lot of the vision and glare out. And that's new to me because I'm not really a sunglass wearer. I wear them sometimes, but I don't wear them often enough to consider myself a sunglass wearer. So to have to wear them while participating in sport was a little tricky. Just saying, it was a little tricky. Then after that, it's playing doubles. So I play indoor sixes or indoor quads, which is 4. To transition to doubles is so much. So transitioning to doubles was a lot, because in indoor sixes, everybody has their specific role. You know exactly what you're gonna do. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You have your job, your mission, that's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. You have one job. In quads, you have a little bit more of a job. You have to kind of play more defense and offense. You're more of a well-rounded player. You have to pull your weight all around the court. In doubles, you have to do everything. You need to know how to set. You need to know how to bump set. You need to know how to spike. You need to know how to backward attack. You need to know how to serve. You really gotta pull your weight all the way around. So doubles is a really great way to develop yourself as a well-rounded player, especially if you're going to play indoor on a team. I highly suggest going out there and playing doubles, because it will really teach you that strategy and game flow, because doubles is much more inconsistent than indoor sixes was. So indoor sixes has, bump set spike, that's what we're working on. Indoor doubles or outdoor doubles is bump set, I'm gonna knuckle it over, bump set, oh, it goes in the net, bump, it's going over. And that's something that is okay, because in doubles, there's so much court to cover. It's a shorter court. There's so much court to cover, but just 2 of y'all. So you really have to rely on a strategy and a system where you have a really good gel and mesh with your partner. So that's my third thing, having to mesh well with just one person. So in sixes, you have a lot of different people to work with. Some people are really great. Some people a little bit harder to work with. We all get that. That's life. In doubles, you and your partner need to be like this. You guys need to be in sync. You need to know exactly how you hit, your hitting style, how they set, how they pass, who's the better defender, who's the better offense. You guys really have to talk about those kind of things, because in doubles, you're relying on each other. And keeping positive moments and keeping positivity high is so important. So throughout the day, when we continue to make it through the rounds and we made the second round of playoffs, we had to really work on keeping ourselves positive, because as you guys know, I am not a passer, okay? Can pass, not a passer. So for me, my hardest skill that I've been working on a lot and documenting on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, is my passing journey, how to become a stronger passer, how to be able to read the ball better, strategize better, be able to pick up things easier without having to huff and puff about it. So this was a great experience for me to work on my passing because I had to. There was no other choice. So if the ball comes to me, you have to get it up. So that was one thing that I really, really enjoyed about that. It pushed me to become a better passer. Also, being able to, it was a reverse co-ed. So when we were playing on the beginning of the net, it was a women's net. So the guys had to hit behind the 10-foot line or the makeshift 10-foot line, and women could hit anywhere. So for me, the offensive part wasn't very hard because I hit pretty hard. I've been trained as a middle blocker my whole life and then an outside hitter. So then one of the things I thought was the most challenging was the signaling and calling system. So indoor is very, very vocal. Very, very vocal. We call things, we communicate with our setter, we use hand signals and stuff like that. However, grass, less vocal, more hand signal. Wasn't used to that. I'm a very loud player by nature, so I like to call things out and I communicate loudly with my teammates. So having to transition to, I'm gonna be quiet, to I'm gonna go down and do hand signals was like, and then for the first time, not even knowing what the hand signals were. So I had to figure that out in the matter of like minutes. So having to learn a whole new game on game day, wouldn't suggest doing that, would definitely suggest learning before you get there. But there's not that much information online when it comes to grass volleyball. So it really was just based upon experience. So throughout the tournament day, I had to make sure to hydrate. Like stay really, really, really hydrated because it was hot. It was like 85 degrees in direct sunlight. And I'm the kind of person that wears sunscreen all of the time. I wear sunscreen every day anyway. So having to reapply sunscreen every 45 minutes was something I made a priority. A lot of other people out there got a little bit burnt because it's direct sunlight. And then the types of outfits. So we know that in beach volleyball, they tend to wear kind of like a sporty bikini, and guys tend to wear like a board short kind of thing. So grass is kind of similar, where people wear kind of a sporty bikini and guys wear a little board short kind of thing. So for me, I don't have a sporty bikini because I'm not a grass player, so I decided to wear like a workout top and my spandex, and I was burning up on fire. It was hot. So I definitely suggest getting the right kind of gear that is breathable, that is loose, that can permeate and get some sweat out of there, because you don't want something to be sitting in sweat. I had to change my shirt a couple of times because I was sitting in sweat. It was so hot. Making sure to stay hydrated. You got to keep drinking water and Gatorade, not just water, because Gatorade and Powerade and any electrolyte replenishing drink is something that's going to replenish your electrolytes, and that's what you need, especially when you're playing grass and you're outside in the hot sun or you're playing sand. So I highly suggest getting some of those. Also, the one thing that was also kind of tricky was my shoes. So I originally went out with my sneakers because I know that grass volleyball is something that is, you don't wear indoor volleyball shoes for that because it's outside, it's a grass, you don't want to ruin your shoes. So I tried those and I kept slipping on the ground. So I said, okay. So my volleyball shoes, my pink ones, they're phasing out. They're old. They're old, you guys. So I said, okay, you know what? They're phasing out. I'm not gonna be wearing them indoor anymore. They don't have any grip. So I'm gonna wear them outside. When I transitioned to those shoes, it was a lot better because they had better grip than my Nikes did. So I wore those and it really helped a lot with the grip. So I'm gonna definitely have to do some research on the best types of shoes for grass volleyball because I'm interested to know, especially as I go and play more grass volleyball tournaments this upcoming year. But overall, the experience was tough. It was really tough. Having to factor in the wind, sun, new partner, shorter court, defense, offense. It was a lot of stimulation at the same time that I didn't think that was gonna be there. And I'm pleasantly surprised that the experience was tough for me because I need a challenge, because without challenge, there is no growth. And without growth, there's no advancement. And I really want to advance as a volleyball player. And to be able to do that, I have to push myself and venture out my comfort zone. And this was that. So I'm really happy to share this experience with you guys so that way you guys can know that you can venture outside your comfort zone and grow. And that's how you grow into something great. So overall, this experience was a good one. So I'm excited to have more grass volleyball tournaments and document that journey on Instagram and YouTube. So I hope that you like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.